Hello everyone, my name is AltaraGuy, and welcome back to No Man's Sky, Part 21. In this episode, I'm going to focus on finishing up the quest line for the various base things that we need to do, such as the scientist and the farmer, and see if the overseer needs any more assistance. But, first things first, while I was away, I got 2 of these things from asteroids. I have no idea what they do. So we're going to just start this off by taking a look and seeing what these anomaly detectors do in space. So let's launch and see, because I don't know if they're going to spawn in like those things where, you know, it's like slow down from the pulse engine to get the object, but okay, activate the pulse drive. Let's see what this does. Seems to be scanning like the same thing as the derelict freighter. Okay. Whoa! What? Space anomaly relay. Oops. Okay. Anomalous number station. 749-260-222-459-629. Okay. Does this help me in any way? Can I destroy it? I guess not. Alright, that was weird. Let's do another one, I guess, and see if we can maybe get something else out of this. Nearby stellar anomalies. Okay, another anomalous numbers station. 383, 357, 106, 758, 820. Okay. That was weird. I don't know that I don't understand what that means, but I mean, we did it. So that's kind of neat, I guess. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the space station, and I'm going to warp back to my base, and then I will see if there's anything else that we need to do. Because I think the scientist will have finished educating the beacon, so we'll have to figure out what else we need to do with that. So I'll see you guys when I'm back there. Oh, hold on now. Oh, it comes with the bolt caster and the pulse bitter and the gravitino coil. Please tell me I can afford it. I can! Ooh. I'm gonna lose some of these S-Class upgrades, which kind of blows. Oh, it's A-Class, and it already has 29 inventory slots. Oh my god, I want it. I'm gonna get it. And I'm gonna scrap most of the stuff in my multi-tool first. Alright. So I have finally gotten rid of everything that I wanted to get rid of, so I can get back a whole bunch of the materials, so I can upgrade this bad boy. Now we got ourselves a pretty baller multi-tool. We got an A-class multi-tool now, so I will install all of these goodies, and I'll see you guys basically on the base when I've taken care of all of that. Alright, and we're at the base, so let's see what our Korvax friend has to say about the beacon situation. I do not think my child experiment is working. They have not assuaged my loneliness, and now I have 2 consciousnesses to fear for. I am losing myself, traveler. Take my core to a monolith. Let me interface before the Atlas. I must speak to eternity. Korvax has no memory of my last journey with their core. Then I tried to reconnect them with the Convergence. This time they seek the Atlas. I do not know if the monolith grants such an interface, or if anything does. Well, I'll give it a try. Core removed. Okie dokie. So I gotta go to a monolith somewhere. Over... oh, it must be off planet then. Because I don't see it anywhere around here. Alright, let's see what the farmer has to say to us. My parents wanted me to be a sales gek, just as they were, as all 300 of their other offspring were. But my passion is for the earth, for the taste and smell of its bounty. Why were we gek born with this palate if not to use it? Ask about sales gek. Friend, the life of a gek is not easy. I wish no disrespect to my siblings. They shoulder the burden of Balaron's history and make our lords proud. But it is not a life for me. I make amends in my own way. Fair enough. Okay. Yep. Ask about flowers. Friend, plants are the most inspiring of beings. They care not for profit or war. They know nothing of us or our worries, and yet they provide us with so much. Our existence is bound together. Alright, I mean, fair enough. I can't really argue with that. Let's look at the agricultural research. So I gotta actually harvest them, I suppose. Nice. Alright. Return to the farmer. Let's see what we got. How's the gut rot flower, friend? Does it blossom? Is it heavy with fruit? Hand in. Sure. Beautiful, friend. We shall make a farmer of you yet. While I prepare a dish of fragrant wonder, another agricultural challenge awaits you. Frostwort. Frost crystal and dioxide. Okay. The frostwort is a tricky thing, friend. It flourishes where other plants fail, thrusting its roots through the ice and snow. But such a hard life is not for us. Plant one here, in your own home, and be spared the pain of winter. Salesgek Op asks for me to grow a frostwort plant and provide our hydroponic system and prove our hydroponic system can replicate any environment. Wonderful, friend. It's a delicate thing to look at for such a hardy plant. Please do enjoy it. Okay. Well then, I know that I can refine dioxide. I just don't know what the recipe is off the top of my head, so I will look that up. I will do that. I'll plant the frostwort, and then I'll go to the monolith, and I'll cut ahead to when I get to the monolith itself. Alright, I'll see you guys there. Okay. Well, I've planted the frostwort, so we can go back to the farmer and see what they have to say. They're probably just going to tell us to wait for it to finish growing. You've mastered the frostwort? Your base is already feeling more homely, yes? Oh! I didn't actually have to... I just had to plant it, and then to harvest it, I just needed to have frost crystals, which I had from the ice planet that we had been on before, so I can basically just fast forward that one, which is kind of convenient. Does the way it shimmers in the light not enchant you, friend? I've lost hours to its gentle glisten. But now, a plant of great contrast. Solar vine, selenium and phosphorus. Okay. Your next crop will be solar vine, a plant that grows deep within the mantle of scorched worlds. It seeks out all heat from the sun or the core below. Its roots can extend to such incredible lengths that once it was believed they never ended. But do not worry, friend. Here with our facilities, their growth shall be more manageable. Salesgek Op wishes for me to cultivate solar vine, a plant that usually grows only in extreme heat. If only I shone as brightly as the solar vine. I envy you the joy of discovery, friend. Okay. Pretty sure I can refine phosphorus as well, but again, I will do that in the refiner, and I'll see you guys back here when it's done. Solar vine... no, not that. Solar vine. There. Okay. And now we have 50 extra selenium, which is pretty convenient, so let's go back to the farmer. Give me the goods for that. You've successfully cultivated solar vine, yes? I can smell its heat from here, its incandescent splendor. Wonderful. Savor this moment, friend, for now I lead you to a more dangerous realm of botanical study. Fungal cluster. Fungal mold and ammonia. Alright. Fungal clusters are cultivated within toxic environments, but you have proved you can master much, yes? Be careful as you work, friend. Clusters have been known to cause illness and hallucination if improperly handled. Extended exposure is ill-advised. Salesgek Op wishes for me to use the hydroponics tray to grow fungal clusters. Wonderful. While you prepare the fungal clusters, I will check our ventilation systems. One can have too much of a good thing. Alright, I don't think I have fungal mold or ammonia. No, it doesn't look like I do. Okay, well, in that case, I will progress the scientist quest, and if I get the chance, I will go to a toxic world, grab some ammonia, grab some fungal mold, and we can be on our way. But for now, I'll see you guys at the monolith. Okay, this is not at all what I thought we were going to be looking for, because most of the time the monoliths that we found have been like towers versus just a cube, but it's possible that the Korvax monoliths look different. I don't know. Let's pop these knowledge stones real quick. My keyword for victory, I feel like that's going to be a good one for us to use on the dialect assistance. System... Seek. Okay. Alright then, what do you got for us, monolith? Binary is what you have for us. I approach the monolith and prepare to insert the Korvax's core within the dais. Dais? The structure looks as if it was made for such a moment. Insert core. Error, error, Atlas, obey, Atlas, error, error, run, error, error. Lifeform identified, Korvax Echo. Purpose, servant of traveler. Analysis. Verisimilitude, failure, emotional breakdown, traveler infection, solution, terminate, insulate, protect, wipe. Rebooting. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Monolith offline. Wow, okay. So the scientists just like straight up... Us talking to the scientists straight up broke their core, I guess. Which is weird, because it sounds like the Convergence encourages Korvax to sort of go out and serve others when they pass this test. So, what's the deal with that? I don't know. I guess we're about to find out. So I'll see you guys back at the base. You can't land on the base roof. That's probably reasonable. I have a feeling that attempting to do that would probably collapse my base, and I think that would be a bad idea. Alright, I have a feeling that the Korvax is going to take a little bit of time to sort of respond to what we have just done, because that was what happened last time. Code entity Arc Sophie's shell sits in front of me awaiting reconnection. I fear for what has happened to their data core. Reinsert core. Shell reconnection, Carapace online. Ehoo! Greetings, unknown entity. I passed my test. Share in this joy via the exchange of technology. Ah, circuit board. Perfect. Heat capacitors and polyfiber. I have polyfiber, I don't have heat capacitors. How did you feel about structural analysis, stranger? The scientist has once again been reset. But without a connection to the Convergence, I fear they are doomed to repeat this cycle forever, from the moment they met me in the space station until their collapse into loneliness. Perhaps if I can find them a Convergence cube, they might be unified with the rest of the Korvax and escape. The scientist deserves this chance at reconnection. They have helped me greatly, and they have taken good care of their beacon. Well, I should have Convergence cubes. Yeah, I was gonna say. Stranger, I fear something unusual is occurring. Is this facility shielded in some way so that signals are unable to escape? Code entity Arc Sophie is once again becoming aware of their isolation. The Convergence cube may be their only hope. Give you the cube. I insert the cube. The Korvax is temporarily startled, but soon their lights begin to flash in a familiar pattern. I cannot be sure, but the plan appears to have worked. Forgive me for asking, entity, but did I know you once? You seem familiar. These terminals, they are of my own design. One machine even called me its parent, attempted to convince me of its love. Ehoo, I deleted the bug, of course. I run a proper code base. I did harvest some useful blueprints from its store, however. Would you care for them? Whatever relationship we had developed has gone, replaced only by this cloud of unknowing. Perhaps it was an error. Perhaps this being was the true self of the Korvax all along, and the one I knew was just a sickness, a distortion. I cannot know. Except the blueprints. Take care when constructing those objects, Traveler. The plans were created by an error, after all. Oh, heat capacitor. And liquid explosive. I don't know that I necessarily want liquid explosive, but Heat capacitor is going to be good. Let's see if I can make that right off the rip. No, I need frost crystal and selenium. Alright, well, fortunately I have both of those growing in my hydroponics tray at the moment. Let's see, how much longer is that going to take? 40 minutes. And this is going to take way too long. Alright then. In that case, let's talk to the Overseer, because I now have the ability to make circuit boards, so maybe that's good enough. Although, my guess is they probably want... Yeah, I actually need to build a circuit board. Okay. That's fine. Let's go... I'll go gather some selenium and some frost crystals, and I'll meet you guys back here when I've taken care of that. And we're back. So, I was able to get my hands on the fungal stuff, and I grew that. I've cut ahead a little bit more than I meant to. Sorry about that. But we now need to grow gamma weed, which is convenient because I already have a whole bunch of that. So all I need to do at this point is... Actually, no. I don't need Facium. So we're just going to get rid of you. And... Whoops. And we're going to plant... Wait. Hang on now. I would like to plant... Oh, gamma weed. There we go. No, not that. Gamma weed. Thank you. Okay. That was unnecessarily difficult. Sales guy up. Are the gamma weed cuttings ready? They require delicate care in spite of their chaotic origins. Or perhaps because of them. Who knows? Show me your successes. I will. Ah, I will be able to make such fine dishes with this plant. It's a pity that you are unable to gorge on this radioactive treasure, traveler. But perhaps I may offer an alternative. We will sate your hunger with beauty rather than food. Gravitino host, venom urchin, album and pearl orb. Can I grow these things in my own base? We shall cultivate a crop of Gravitino hosts. I will be happy to tell you the history of this flora, should you wish it. My stories and theories seem to bore other Gek friend. I suppose I am closest to the Korvax in my wish to study, but even then, those machines lack all sense of surprise, all passionate wonder. I must confess that I frequently feel lonely. Sales Gek Op wishes for me to use the hydroponics tray to grow Gravitino hosts. Many believe the Gravitino hosts cannot be cultivated through artificial means, but I know they are wrong, friend. You will reap the benefits of my experimentation. Okay then. Gravitino host, huh? Well, I have everything that I need for that. I just need to build another hydroponics tray. Which means that I am going to do a large one. Which means that I need more metal plating and more carbon. So I will go out and grab those, and I will see you guys back here when I am done. Okay, and we're back. I also went ahead and took the liberty of gathering up enough stuff to grab a... circuit board so that I can potentially grab, or I can, not potentially, I can actually progress the Overseer's mission as well. Alright, advanced technology, large hydroponic tray, bam. And then I'm curious to see if we can just do like this. Does this power this now? It does! Perfect! Okay. In that case, Gravitino host. I don't have enough silver anymore. Please have some in here. No, of course not. Oh, come on, AltaraGuy, what are you doing? Alright. Well, in that... Oh, wait, I may have some in my freighter. Let's go warp aboard the freighter and see if I have some there. Also, I have an idea of what I'm going to do for the next episode. It is going to be more combat related, because something happened in this episode. I'm not going to tell you what, because I'm pretty mad about it. But I had a pretty substantial fight that I ended up winning, but I went to go, I thought I was recording it, and I went to go hit stop record so that I would cut ahead and not waste a whole bunch of, like, extra footage and storage space and whatnot. And then I started recording, so I didn't have, I totally lost all of that fight. And it was pretty exciting because I won, but I almost died several times, and it was against an enemy that I probably should not have beaten. So, you know, stay tuned for the next episode, because I'm going to go redo it, and that is going to be the main focus of that episode, is redoing the fight and also seeing what sort of loot you can get afterwards, because it does give you, like, its own quest line to gather the loot in its own specific area. And if you're paying attention to subtle clues in this episode, you may already know what it is. And if you do, congratulations. And if you don't, and maybe after you rewatch this episode, you will see what those clues are that I was talking about. Anyway, so I have the silver now. We're going to go back to the base again, and we're going to see about progressing the farmer quest. And also the overseer quest. I totally could have done that while I was there, but I did not think about that, unfortunately. So I'll just progress the overseer's quest right now. As soon as I get back, rather, is what I mean. And then we'll see about progressing the farmer's quest after that. Assuming this doesn't take another year and a half to load. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Hello, Overseer Man. Okay. Factories infest this place, worlds upon worlds spitting out resources for no purpose. Yet you are attacked by sentinels for obliterating a single rock? It is outrageous. It makes me sick. The Overseer is right. I am attacked by sentinels for mining small quantities of resources when factory complexes operate with impunity. Why? Why do they ignore such greed while I must fight for mere survival? I mean, it's a fair point. It is good to see your anger. Ask yourself, why do the Sentinels get to choose who suffers? Who gave them this power? The Atlas, but, you know, we already knew that. Was that it? Did you not have more for me? Okay. I got a circuit board. Oh, it just didn't update the quest. Alright. Talk to you now, I guess? No? Okay. Shrug and acceptance. Friend, such blithe indifference. This apathy is not acceptable. Think of all the others you doom by inaction. Okay. You gotta be kidding me. I gotta be patient. Come on, AltaraGuy, be patient. I trust our scientist was able to meet your needs, friend? They have the circuits we demand? Indeed. As I approached the Overseer, I was almost certain I heard them talking to themselves, spitting out words and phrases in a tongue I recognize but do not understand. But seconds later, there was no trace of the venom I thought I heard. I must be mistaken. Captain Suffield asks me for the circuit boards. Alright. The Overseer is strange, but no more so than any of the other beings I've encountered. Indeed, they have been more helpful than most. I hand over the circuits and receive my reward. Galactic Trade Terminal. Very nice. Alright. So I can build that in my own base, which is pretty cool. Now, friend, you will be so happy with Captain Suffield. I have drawn up plans for some starship technology. But I cannot yet sync my device to your ship. I shall need a Gravitino ball to perfect my device. The Overseer predicted I would be pleased, and once again they are correct. They have been ceaseless in their efforts to improve my lot. A Gravitino ball is required to finish their promised starship technology. The farmer may be able to help acquire one. You will not regret it, friend. It is good we work so well together. Alright, well, fortunately, I am about to plant the Gravitino host, but I already have Gravitino balls in my inventory, so this should not be an issue. Bam. Alright, how long is it going to take that one to grow? 2 hours! Huh, okay. Well, I got myself a Gravitino ball. Let's see what the farmer has to say about this. You've returned. You do wish to hear about my thesis on Gravitino hosts after all, don't you? Ah, what a joyous day. Sure, why not? Salzgick begins a somewhat rambling diatribe on the state of intergalactic war and peace. It is only in the third hour that they reach the topic of Gravitino hosts. The nature of the relationship between the Sentinels and the Gravitino hosts that grow on their worlds is unclear. Some theorize that the hosts grow from the blood of fallen Sentinels, the drones acting as seeds for new life. Others say they are a sign of beauty, that the planet is worthy of Sentinel protection. Salzgick had a different theory. They suggested the Sentinels carried the pollen of the hosts from world to world, the unique properties of both host and drone acting in symbiosis. Salzgick was apparently laughed out of their botanical society for this claim. They assure me that they will never regret the pursuit of knowledge. Hours after they began, the talk is finished. They are delighted with themselves. Okay. Return to the Overseer. There you are. Got a ball for you. Did you enjoy your adventure, friend? Your expedition to find our orb? I have waited for you. I have waited for you faithfully. There's something about the way Captain Suffield speaks that, for all their kind words, suggests a resentment saved only for the deepest of enemies. But they would not have come to work here if we were enemies. Of course not. We are friends. Well, I mean, Apollo did kind of pay him to work here, so, you know, I have a feeling that maybe this is not going to be so good for me. But we'll see what happens. Alright. Give you the Gravitino Ball. As ever, I am so grateful for your assistance, friend. For your assistance, friend. Conflict scanner. Oh, cool. Oh, and I have a walker brain, so I can actually do that. An upgrade to the starship's galactic scale sensors. This device allows the user to access conflict data in the galaxy map without having to put themselves in harm's way. That's pretty cool. Have you ever wondered what happens after death, between expiration and rebirth? Meditate upon annihilation. Harvest Mordite from the dead. It is the only way to escape. Since the Overseer arrived, I have had a recurring dream, a nightmare that feels like a memory. Flesh merged with metal, a world of glass that blinks. A planet with green skies and an obsidian moon, a dream where I see my grave. As I snap back to reality, there is a moment before I can shake the image that wound on the world lingering before my eyes. The Overseer asks me to harvest Mordite, a material found in the bodies of slain creatures. The Overseers serve me well. Perhaps their task will free my mind from these lingering nightmares. Perhaps. Fortunately, I already have Walker Brain, which we got from I believe it was the harvested glass, or the salvaged glass, or whatever you want to call it. I do not, however, have the inventory space to actually carry such a thing. How much Mordite did we need, by the way? It just says gather Mordite. You're not going to give me like a number? 100. Okay. I should have enough of that. I do. Oops. Oh well, that's fine. Into that you go. Got the Mordite. Let's wait for it to actually update the quest. I said, let's wait for it. There we go. Okay. I can see the change in you, friend. You have completed your task, and I have seen the world as you see it. I do not entirely understand what I have done for the Overseer, but they seem once again ready to reward me for my actions. Alright, give Mordite. Here, take these schematics. May the things you build always remind you of those you killed to construct them. Thanks, I think? Exocraft Terminal, a research station tailored to the needs of technicians and equipped with bespoke vehicular design software. Blaze Javelin, aggressive weapon attachment for the multi-tool. Access fire mode by pressing triangle and fire weapon with R2. The Blaze Javelin delivers instantaneous damage on targets. The plasma charge process creates an ionized gas arc to propel projectiles at great speed. User will perceive destructive results simultaneous to the pull of the trigger. If I remember correctly, and it's possible that this weapon has changed since last I played this, but this is basically a charged sniper rifle, that you charge it up and then you just blast whatever it is that you so desire. So that's kind of cool. Alright, so I could install the Blaze Javelin. However, I'm going to focus on this individual first. Return to the farmer. Great, I will do this. I know that sound anywhere. You carry Gravitino balls, do you not? I sure do. Ah, it is like greeting an old friend. Let me see them. Truly, wondrous work, traveler. Echidno cactus. Okay, so I need pyrite. We have seen so much life in frost and heat, nuclear winter, and toxic wastelands. You should know by now that no world is truly barren, friend, even if there seem to be few signs of life. Take the echidna cactus, for example. They are found on otherwise barren worlds, waiting for their moment to thrive. Just think of what they will become in this superior environment. Sezgek Op wishes for me to cultivate echidna cactus, a plant that usually grows on barren worlds. I look forward to the results, friend. Well, I have echidna cactus on me. I have cactus flesh, quite a lot of it. So, I don't have salt though, but I do have chlorine. So I suspect that if I grab some sodium, I should be able to refine it with chlorine into salt, because that's how chemistry works. But in the meantime, I'm going to construct an exocraft terminal. Right there. Okay. Now I assume that I need to go hire someone from the space station to take care of this. Probably. Exocraft technician. Yes. Okay.
Station coordinates received.
There we go. One thing I also need to do is I need to construct a roamer geobay for the base quest here, which needs metal plating and ion batteries. Fortunately, I should be able to make both of those. 2, 3, 4, 5. And 2 ion batteries. And we shall construct the roamer geobay right there. Alright, and now I have a car. And more importantly, I can progress the computer archives bit of the quest. What do you got for us? No, I gotta search base computer archives. I gotta be more patient. Come on now. Wait, what? Is this not the base computer? Do I need to switch to that as my... Yeah, I probably do, huh? Okay. Can I do this now? There we go. Recovered archive encrypted. Input recovery passkey to proceed. Starship have sales gig. So let's do Starship. Archive unlocked. Automated archive recovery in progress. Data recovered, 98%. New data available. Search archives. Search construction database. Base technology data extracted. Downloading plans. Landing pad plans restored. Ooh, I can build a... Okay, so this means that I can land at my base without needing to worry about using fuel to land and take off. That's actually really nice. I need metal plating, ion battery, and microprocessor. Okay. Additional data available. Log from pre-user recovered. Search archives. Entry 4925X follows. Time has to come. Move on. Something is calling me. I can on my Starship communicator. Plotting route to the center. Log lost. Readable data archive retrieval complete. Beginning defragmentation of next segment. Next segment. Okay. So the rover is a car, and I can get in said car, and I can drive around in the car. Much faster than I would on foot. However, I kind of chose the roamer geobay in like one of the worst possible spots because there's this big cliff that I made in my own stupidity. So I'm gonna have to worry. I'm gonna have to flatten that out. But first things first, let's construct that landing pad, and that way we can land the Starship without worrying about using fuel to land and take off. So I'll go gather the resources for that, and I'll see you guys back here when I'm done. Alright, we've constructed ourselves a landing pad. I'll need to build a door over there so I can easily access that part of the base. But let's see what this has for our final input or entry. As soon as it updates. There we go. Excuse me. Automated archive recovery in progress. Archive for user iteration lost unavailable. Possible remote terminus backup available. Download coordinates. Okay. Not what I would have thought, but alright. Locate the archive on the galaxy map. Oh, okay. So that's going to take me some time. In that case, I will talk to the farmer, because we have procured the necessary cactus flesh. The Echidna-cactus must have bloomed by now. Is it ready, friend? Can I see it? Sure can. I only have 2 plants left to show you. Your training is almost complete, friend. I am so proud. Star bramble. Alright. I want to share something with you. Something beautiful beyond compare. Star bulbs are grown from the rarest star brambles found on lush worlds unspoiled by war or death. This is why I wanted to become a farmer, to tend to such sublimity. Salesgek Op wishes for me to use the hydroponics tray to grow star brambles. Sure will. Excellent, I must go and speak to the Overseer. Apparently they are unhappy with my performance. Perhaps this crop will change their mind. Oh. You're not gonna get fired, are you? That would suck. Star bramble. Bang. Alright. Return to the farmer. The star brambles have bloomed, yes? Pass them over for examination. Okay. Then only one task remains. Mordite root. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I cannot pretend to be a farmer anymore. The Overseer has made it clear. I must be as the others of my species are. I must trade, sell, accumulate. But I will make a final meal before I leave, traveler. The Overseer requested a dish made from Mordite root, the death element. Go. Grow this final crop. Salesgek Op wishes for me to use the hydroponics tray to grow Mordite roots. The Overseer asked for one last meal with me before I go. I must be ready myself. Good luck, friend. Is the Overseer seriously gonna, like, mob hit this dude into oblivion? Because that would really suck if that was what happened. Maybe I'm just insane, but I have a feeling that that's exactly what's about to happen. Now, fortunately, you can, refine Faceum into Mordite, which is exactly what I'm going to do. And I will cut away until we come back, and I will see you guys when this is done. Well, we've got ourselves a exocraft technician here. I demand a place on your throne world, interloper. Acceptance will grant you the glory of an exocraft and a Vy'keen mech priest to administer its mass. Pray only that you have an exocraft terminal sufficient for my skills. Refusal will result in my inevitable extermination. Be quick! The technician seeks work, claiming they will be able to build and upgrade exocraft for my travels. You got it, bud. You are weak and unworthy of my skills, but I have no choice. I will flee to your vile world. I will become an interloper. Wow, you sure have a way with words, don't you there, bud? Alright. Well, back to the base. Okie dokie. Let's grab this Mordite, which we have. Let's make ourselves a Mordite root, which I will do somewhere. Here. There we go. Bam. Alright. And now we will go here. Now, for some reason, the exocraft technician didn't go to this terminal, but he went to the one on my freighter. I don't know if I can, like, reassign them to this base so that they're all together, but whatever, we'll see what happens. Anyway, you grew it, didn't you? The Mordite root is done. Indeed it is. Let me see it. You have mastered so much of the botanical art, my friend. To see that others stand its virtues, well, it gives me hope. It is a pity you can digest so little of your own produce. But creating life is its own reward, is it not? The farmer has no more tasks for me. They tell me their contract is at an end and they will be returning to Gek territory. As they discuss their leaving plans, they watch the ceiling carefully. It is unclear what they are looking at. Oh, what? Suddenly, Salesgek Op grabs me, telling me not to trust the Overseer, that their fellow Gek may not even be a Gek at all. They seem to suggest their food was somehow drugged. But this can't be true. I've shared meals with the Overseer, and I am fine. They would never do anything to harm any of us. The Overseer only wants what is best. Suspicious, methinks. A moment later, the farmers stop speaking. They assure me they were just joking and beg me not to speak of this matter again. Ask Salesgek Op if they are alright. They claim they were, their eyes glistening in the darkness of the base. Okay. I thought I did that already. Did I not do that already? I'm not feeling like myself, Traveler. I do not think I should go. Not just yet. Yes, that's right. I will stay. The farmer appears to be refusing to leave, despite a lack of continued payment or directives from the overseer. They spend their days tending my crops, no longer proposing any tasks. They claim they have nowhere else to go. Smile at them. Salesgek Op smiles back, happy to be here among their plants. Okay. So I guess that was that then. I don't like you, sir. You are not trustworthy. Traveler friend, you taunt me each time you enter and leave this home of ours. You see the world, and yet all I see is a world of glass. Grant me some small comfort, Traveler. Collect images of places you visit, so that my eyes may follow yours. Okay. I've already taken the liberty of loading the image requirements into your multi-tool, Traveler friend. Take care. Okay. Take a photo for the Overseer. Learn information about planets from space by using the ship scanner. Alright, well, I'm going to leave this episode here. We made a lot of progress on the base, and we've learned that, you know, maybe something isn't quite right about this whole situation. But we were able to get some plants out of it. We can harvest some gravitino balls, which hopefully will not attract sentinels to this planet, or to my base, which would be very nice. And yeah, we also finished the base computer part, and we have constructed a landing pad that I actually will go take my ship over to right now. Oh, never mind, it's already here. So this means that I no longer have to worry about my ship using fuel to land or take off. And as a final moment of business, I'm going to construct a door, or rather, I'm going to deconstruct this wall. And I will construct a door here. No, that's a timber wall. And then I will move the Viking's terminal, because that's basically blocking the door. Let's see if I can do that real quick. Move you to be... And then rotate you just a little bit so you're actually good, and put you right there. Alright. Well, now we're starting to make this place a home. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for the next one. It is going to be combat heavy, although I'm not going to tell you what exactly we're going to be fighting. Just know that I may die, and that'll be kind of fun. So if you guys made it to the end of the episode, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. It really does help push the channel and let YouTube know that this is stuff that people want to see. I know you guys hear it a lot, but I really, really do appreciate it if you guys can help me out with that regard. And if you made it to the end of the episode, hopefully you were able to allow me to entertain you for this long. I appreciate you guys sticking around, and as always, take care of yourselves. Alright, bye.